Today, I'm going to show you how to delete bad credit off your report. This is a DIY version, so it's a step-by-step on how to delete bad credit off your report. Listen, guys, I've handled over 1,000 credit reports before hiring my team, and I know exactly what it takes to delete bad credit off your report. All right, so the first things first, all right? You have to know the credit game. You're in the credit game. If you're over 18 years old, right, chances are you're looking to get a car, a mortgage, and/or, funding. If you're watching this right now, chances are you need help deleting negative items off your credit report. That's why I'm here. I'm going to teach you how to do a step-by-step how to delete negative items off your credit report. The first thing you want to do is understand that the law is on your side when disputing these negative items off your credit report. You're protected by the FCRA and the FDCPA. 15 U.S.C. 1681 for the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the 15 U.S.C. 1692, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. You're protected by those laws, and the credit reporting agencies and the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureaus, are governed by those laws. So back in 2014, there was a study conducted that said 1 in 5 Americans have at least one error across their credit reports. Now, this could be you, right? There's over 100 million Americans. That was over in 2014. Imagine now. So chances are you may have an error or an inaccuracy on your credit report. Or I'm going to teach you how to delete those negative items in this video. So now that you know that there's at least one negative item, there should be or possibly could be a negative item on your credit report, you have to first obtain your credit reports. That's the first step. Everybody asks, hey, what's the first step in fixing your credit? Everybody says collections, personal information. No, it's obtaining your credit reports. You cannot do this without obtaining your credit reports. So I'm going to put a link down below. Click that link. It's going to say get your credit reports here. And then you click that link and take advantage of that. All right. Or you can go to annualcreditreport.com, download Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, download those as a PDF, send it to yourself as an email just so you have it on file, or you could print these out too. I recommend doing both. Once you have these credit reports, you want to identify inaccurate information, the incomplete reporting, mixed files or outdated accounts, or if you're a victim of identity theft, there could be another reason why you're disputing your accounts. Now, if you are a true victim of identity theft, text identity theft to 951-400-4352 so we can contact you with our lawyer, because there could be a stipend at the end of your dispute. Remember, you're protected by the FCRA, and there's a violation. You can get up to $1,000 per violation. You just have to prove the damages. So inaccurate information. What to look for in inaccurate information? Wrong balances, wrong dates, wrong payment history, wrong account statuses, and wrong ownership. For the incomplete reporting, you want to look for missing date of first delinquency, no payment history attached, or no account terms. Now, mixed files are usually with family members. If you're a junior or senior, someone else's report can be mixed with your file. This really happens a lot with the juniors and the seniors, so be on the lookout for those. You may have a similar name or a social security number that's mismatched on there, and then you could have a wrong address that's tied to the account. So watch out for the mixed files. And lastly, outdated accounts. Items that have 7 years plus 180 days from the first delinquency date should be off your report. If it's still on there, that's a violation as well. So in all reality, you have to know how to analyze and read your credit reports. Once you analyze and read your credit reports correctly, you'll know what to attack first, which brings me to my next part, is personal information. Now, guys, when you're sending letters into the credit reporting agencies, you're not fighting a human being. You're fighting what is called the e-Oscar system. And the e-Oscar system is a system to where, they've been on AI way before us, right? But the system to where they can they open up the mail, they put it into a machine, and that machine will spit out either deleted, updated, remains, or verified. Now, your goal is to get it deleted, of course, right? So that's why I say for people to clean up their personal information. What do I mean by cleaning up their personal information? Well, there should be one name. The goal should be having one name, one address, no co-spouses, no co-signers. There should be no social security numbers, no phone numbers, no employers. Why? Because each and every one of those entries have a backdoor ID attached to them, right? And that's how they're verifying through the e-Oscar system. So for example, let's say you were married before, right? And if that personal information, that name was attached to that account and now in collections, right, on your credit report, well, if you change your name back to your maiden name or what have you, or if you moved, etc., your goal is to knock that off track, right? That collection is linked to that personal information, that address or that name. It's easier to verify through the e-Oscar system. So what you should be doing is trying to disassociate and clean up your personal information, so you have more leverage in getting a deletion off your credit report. Now, there's another step that we usually do in our company, which is freezing and opting out and or disputing off of the secondary reporting agencies. What are those? LexisNexis, Innovis, etc. Those are also credit reporting agencies that not a lot of people dispute off of. They'll freeze and opt out of them all day, which you don't really need to do to get a deletion, but I just like to cross my T's and dot my I's. So what I would recommend is to dispute off of the secondary bureaus that really nobody even touches, the LexisNexis, especially have, those bankruptcies, etc., the child supports, all of those, right? You want to opt out and clean up those reports. So next, what you want to do is, once you identified and clean up your personal information, you're going to send a letter to the credit reporting agencies, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, for them to correct it. Now, what people don't understand is you should be actually sending a letter to the furnisher and the creditor as well, okay? So what do I mean by that? Well, all these credit reporting agencies do when you dispute, all they do is, if it can't get corrected to the eOscar system, they're just going to forward that dispute to the actual creditor and furnisher anyways. Why not just send your disputes to the actual company that's reporting the negative information on you? All right. So always send a letter to the furnisher, keep that correspondence and communication so you can prove if it does have to go to court. Now, you can also send it to the credit reporting agencies, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. You're going to send a letter to them. Does it have to be certified? No, I do recommend it so you have a timestamp and proof that you have sent it, just in case you have to build a case against these credit reporting agencies, because everything is timelines. They have 30 days to respond, and if they don't, that's a violation. And that right there can get a deletion off their credit report. And if they don't, that's another violation. I recommend going to the FTC.gov and getting 2 books. The 15 U.S.C. 1681, the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the updated one, or you can get the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, 15 U.S.C. 1692. All right. Usually the FCRA is for the credit reporting agencies, and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is for the actual company and the furnisher itself. But you can leverage both. Now, another way that people do not know how to dispute is, guys, calling in. If you simply call into these companies, go on Google, go on their website, look up the phone number, try to get transferred to the U.S. Department if possible. But if you talk to a real human, all right, be tactful. Identify what's inaccurate. Let them know what's inaccurate. After you send the letter, I would recommend actually sending the letter first, waiting 5 business days till after they get it, and then calling him nonstop every day until the item is off. And I guarantee you, if you start reciting the consumer laws I'll give you in this video, depending on what you have, whether it's a collection, etc., but really, you can send a validation letter, 15 U.S.C. 692G. A validation letter works for the first round. There's all types of ways to dispute and delete negative items off your credit report. That's just one of them. Now, where a lot of people get stuck at is once they disputed a negative item off their credit report, they fail to stop disputing after they get a letter in the mail or the results come back as verified. Listen, the war has just begun, right? Actually, what you want to do is you want to keep going, which is called the method of verification letter. Where was their proof? They didn't show you any proof. What was their method of verification? How did they verify that that indeed was your debt that is accurate? So method of verification letter, key, you can go on Google or ChatGPT to ask, hey, draft me up a FCRA method of verification law, consumer law, to get this item removed or to dispute what they have sent back. What you need to demand in that letter is who verified it, how it was verified, and the proof that they used. So look, guys, if that doesn't work, you want to escalate it. You're going to utilize the CFPB, and what you're going to go is to cfpb.gov or Google CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And to be honest with you guys, this is what we use in our own company to get real life deletions. Now, this is not going to be an overnight process. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you'll get items deleted in the first round. Sometimes you get items deleted in the 6th or 12th round. That's just the honest truth. If the CFPB doesn't work, you want to go to the State Attorney General or BBB. And what nobody's really talking about is social media. You can actually at a company and tag CFPB, BBB, Attorney General, etc. in that state and bring the dispute online on social media. Nobody's really talking about that, right? And if you leverage social media as a disputing tactic, I guarantee somebody is going to reach out to you from that company. You got to think outside the box. You got to call in, send letters, dispute on social media. You have to be an octopus when you come to disputing. Now, if this doesn't work within anywhere from 30 to 90 days, this is what you're going to do. Keep going. Don't stop. Repeat the process, right? Reset the file. Sometimes there are going to be comments where you disputed a negative item. What you're going to do is you're going to call into the credit reporting agencies and agree with their decision. I accept the disputes, even though you don't deep down inside. Please just erase all comments, okay? Once you erase all comments, that's when you redispute again. Give a fresh file, and that's how to reset the file. That's very key. And like I said, keep repeating the cycle over and over again until you get that deletion, okay? It's better than just waiting for the negative item to fall off. And while you're learning with persistence, you're most likely going to get that deletion off your credit report. Now, here's some advanced tips and tricks on what you should be doing while you are getting negative items deleted off your credit report. You have to build with banks, right? You have to build your credit profile. So when you are done with the dispute process, you can go straight into the funding or getting that house mortgage and or car, right? So building banking relationships that offer these products that you're wanting is key while deleting the negative items off your credit report. Now, look, guys, I can go in-depth masterclass on how to delete more negative items off your credit report. I mean, we got collections, we got repos, we got late payments. This video is not for that. I'm just showing an overall overview on how to delete bad credit off your report. But if you take the principles that I've laid out here, I guarantee that you're gonna get the result. If you need or want credit repair, you don't have the time, you don't wanna learn, and you want our company to do it, click the link below or text repair to 951-400-4352. Schedule a call with my team. We'll schedule that call. We'll pull your reports. We'll give you analysis to see if we can help if we're a good fit. All right. Until next time, peace.